Hey everyone, Mac is back. Today we're going to continue with the Siege of Winterfell Commander series, and today we're going to talk about Sabrina, Soren, Mengo, Jeane, and Barret. So let's get to it. So here we have Sabrina, and her rage cost is 800, which is actually quite high. That's a higher end on the rage cost. The only other higher one I think I've seen is maybe 1,000, or there might be a 950 in there. But I think actually that's probably one of the higher end, so not very good. The cooldown is a normal, and she just has an ability. She just has a skill. She doesn't have any bonuses. So her skill is recovers the wounded in the commanded troops. The healing coefficient of 500. Which is actually not bad. That's actually pretty high compared to, I think it was Sansa, who was like 60. But at the same time, removes all control status effect on the commanded troops and grants immunity to all control status effects for 5 seconds. So that's actually pretty good to be able to remove all the control status effects. So any effects that are on there, control status effects, then so they're going to be removed from the troops, the opponent's troops, and then you're going to be immune to the control status effect for 5 seconds, so they can't use that against you. So it's actually pretty good. I just don't like it because she doesn't help you. She only gets this skill off very rarely because it costs so much rage to do it, and the cooldown is still so high, so getting that off is going to be very difficult. But at the same time, she's not giving you any buffs, any bonuses. You're not getting you think she's a bow commander, you get bow attack or something like that. So you're not getting any of those, which makes her, to me, really not a good commander whatsoever. Moving over to Soren. His rage cost is 400, so very, very good. That's one of the lowest, or maybe the lowest here. And then his cooldown is 8 seconds, which is 4 seconds less than what our normal has been. So far so good. He's doing very well on those two metrics. His major drawback, he has absolutely no bonuses again, just like Sabrina. You would hope he had maybe like a bow attack of 240% or something like that, but he doesn't have that, so that's a big drawback there. And his skill is reduces the target troops rage by 250. So that's actually not bad. If he's getting his skill off because it's low rage and a low cooldown quite effectively, then he can be able to delay a commander from getting their skill off. So if it's a powerful commander like Daenerys and does a lot of damage, this could be able to be very good as well. However, I don't think it's for free to play. You're not going to be able to be using this. I doubt it. Because you're going to want those bonuses. You're going to want those stats, and you can find better skills than something like this, even though it gets off a lot quicker. Looking at Mengo, again, another rage cost of 400 and another cooldown of 8 seconds. So again, we're loving that. Like, that's really, really good. Looking at his bonuses, he has cav attack of 240 and defense for 240. So those are really good. We like that as well. Wish the cav defense was more on the health side, but that's okay. We're still getting 240 or 480% of the skills there, or of the bonuses. And his skill is increase the cavalry defense of the commanded troops by 900% for 8 seconds. So I don't like the defense because obviously defense is of the stats. It's probably it's the worst one. However, it's doing that 900%, which is significant, and it's also doing it for 8 seconds, which is also significant. So be able to get the skill off quickly because of the rage, and then the cooldown is 8 seconds, so it'll get it off a lot faster. You'll be able to get at least some bonuses for cav attack and cav defense. So if you are a free-to-play and you've got Mengo, because you can be able to get him through some of the events to get him to gold, then he's probably in your cavalry formation, because he has a lot of good things that I like in his frame there. Now looking at Jeane, she's again 400 rage costs again. I like these. I like that they've lowered these rage costs for free-to-play commanders, just because it's a little more difficult to fight when you're free to play. Something that I didn't note with Mengo, same with Mengo, is that they're not awakened yet. So if they're not awakened, you're only bringing 11,000 troops to the battle. So that's pretty good drawback for them until they get awakened, because it's 10,000 extra troops that you're losing there. The cooldown is 12 seconds, and 12 seconds is the norm. Then her bonuses is only the 1 to 240% cap defense, which is the worst one, so it's not that great. And then her skill is increases the skill damage taken for the target troops by 85% for 5 seconds. So it's increasing the skill damage taken by 85%. So that's okay. It's so it increases that damage, but you got to have a high damage. So you're gonna have to have, if you put her in your lineup, you're gonna have to have a lot of bonuses in there. Something like Mengo, you know, something probably like Rob, but even Rob's really wasn't too great. Although I think his skill was increasing attack. So that's something that you have to be able to consider if you're going to use Jeane. It's only for 5 seconds, which, you know, Mengo, his skill was 8 seconds. You'd rather prefer it to be a little bit longer. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be using Jeane. Like I said, I'm going to make another video later on about different formations for free to play and for you know, other spenders, medium spenders, and higher spenders. So right now I probably wouldn't have her in there. And last but not least, we have Barret, who is awakened. So you know, if you have him to you know, a couple stars there, you'll be able to get him to 21,000 troops, an extra 10,000 troops. Looking at his rage cost, another 400. So, and he's another free to play. You can be able to get him as well through events. So very good there. I like these commanders with the 400 rage cost. It's fantastic. The cooldown is 8 seconds. Another, you know, that's again another one that's really good. That's the lowest I've seen. So very good on those two. Looking at his bonuses, he's an infantry health and defense. So that's more for obviously you know, to absorb damage. So that's not that great, but it's good to have those bonuses. It's better than nothing, like, you know, Soren and Sabrina were. Then looking at his skill, it increases infantry defense for 900% for 8 seconds. So the exact same thing. His skill is like Mengo. So like I said before, the 900% defense. You don't really like the defense. You like the amount of defense you get at 900%, but obviously that's going to like teeter off if you've watched my previous videos about how defense is affected as it increases. But it's also for 8 seconds, so that's very good as well. So he might be someone that you could consider for infantry, even though you don't have any attack in there. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and until next time, Mac out.